It's exciting because you've just had an offer accepted, or you might have had multiple offers accepted, which is pretty cool. All right, day 7, the last day, how to buy a property in 7 days. Felt like it's taken me 7 days to talk my way through this, but in any case, it's exciting because you've just had an offer accepted, or you might have had multiple offers accepted, which is pretty cool. Not so cool for the agents that you're going to reject at some stage, but you need to look at across and say, right, I've had it accepted. I'm now in what we call a cooling off period. Now, because you've put your clauses in your contract, that's been awesome. You might have a 7-day building and pest subject. You might have a 7-day finance or 14 days or whatever it might be based on your feel for the market, etc. Okay. You may have to put down a holding deposit. That may be non-refundable. So understand that, but talk to your conveyancer about that. Organise your building and pest. Have your building and pest inspector ready to go once you've put in an offer, and have them up your sleeve and know their time frames. You don't want to get to the stage where, the building and pest inspector that I want booked up for the next 2 weeks. That's no good to you, okay? So building inspection's done. Your contract's gone off to your mortgage broker. They've ordered the valuation, and your conveyancer's looking at the contracts and then just giving you feedback on what we need to be prepared for. And then we're waiting until the building and pest comes back, which should be relatively quick, 24, 48 hours. Finance approval, depending on the banks and the lag on that, that shouldn't be too much longer if you've got your ducks in a row, okay? So go way back when to, I think, day 3, we were getting our borrowing capacity, and then when we started our research, I think I forgot to mention this, when we started our research and designed our 8-point strategy, that's when we started to pull the trigger on a pre-approval. So then we gave ourselves a good 90 days. By the time the pre-approval came through, we pretty much hit the ground running, and we had the full 90 days to get that search underway and then lock something away. So we've got our pre-approval by the time we've put in the offers. So then it's just a formality. They'll just say, right, review the contract and make sure the valuation's suitable, and then we're good to go, okay? So valuation comes back on purchase price. If it comes back under, we've really got to question what we've got there and understand what comparables they've used, and your mortgage broker can talk you through that as to whether that's a walk away or not. Most valuations will come in on purchase price. They generally won't come back in over purchase price. They'll just be conservative by nature in that respect. But yeah, just basically valuation. So yes, valuation, building and pest inspection, contracts, and then you'll get to the stage where, right, now I need to make a decision here. It's getting real. Am I going to purchase this thing, or am I going to move on? Okay. We then make a decision to say, yes, we're going to purchase it. We go unconditional. So we inform the conveyancer that we're going to go unconditional, and we pay the remainder of the deposit. Now in the contract, they'll probably say a 5 or 10% deposit. We need to put the remainder of that down. And then we go unconditional, which means there's no turning back, baby. We are done. We lose our deposit if we pull out, so be very wary of that. And then we prepare ourselves for settlement. Settlement might be generally 42 or 60 days. You can extend longer if you want, but you've got to negotiate that before you sign the contract, okay? So between the time where you've gone unconditional, formal finance approval, all the building and pest is sorted, it's all basically ready to go. Now we're just sitting on our hands until settlement day, and that could be another 30 days away, for example, okay? So what are we doing in that stage? Well, we're getting our property manager organised, we're getting appraisals for how much it's going to rent for. If we're on a rock, we're going to move in, aren't we? We're ready to get the removalist and get in 30 days, so we've got to pack some boxes. But as an investor, we're simply running over our numbers, getting the rental appraisals, and seeing what the numbers look like. Now go back a step to day 4 when we're working out our strategy. We would have got a feel and into day 5 of what the running costs were for that particular property in that particular location. So we should be pretty cool with that anyway. However, we're just dotting our I's at the end here saying this property is going to rent for this. We get 3 property management rental appraisals, and then we can judge by those 3. We might hop into the middle there with that and take the median. and then we put those numbers in and we can see before tax and after tax what that might look like, and we prepare ourselves for the next 12 months of holding costs, how much we have to give, or if it's positive cash flow, fantastic. Okay, basically just leading ourselves up to settlement day. We just need the funds ready to go from the lender. So conveyancers talking to mortgage brokers, talking to real estate agents, and together collectively we're buying this property, and the settlement day, you're the new owner, you've got the keys, or your property manager has, and you are popping the champagne, okay? Great feeling in life, especially if it's your first one. There's been a lot of nervous moments throughout the journey, but because you've done so much research both on yourself but also on the market and the strategy that you're employing on that market, you're feeling pretty good about it. There'll always be that little bit of nervousness and uncertainty. It's like, oh, did I pay too much, or did I buy in the right area, or did I buy the right type of property? And now you start to see what's wrong with the property, or you talk to other people and you hear some horror stories. You've got to stick fat. You've got to have a great mindset to know that this is going to be a long-term journey and it's going to work out for you, because you've put so much research into it, so much more than what most people will be doing when they're buying property themselves as well, okay? So well done. Pop the champagne. You are a property owner at settlement. There it is, buying a property in 7 days. Quite simple, isn't it? A lot of work to be done. In all respect, there is a lot of work to be done, but if you like the challenge, if you embrace the knowledge, if you embrace the research and you have the right attitude, you will do it, and you will do it the right way, and you'll wake up in 10 years' time in a much better financial position than where you are now. Good luck.